Namaste. Welcome to Love Wins. The extra humming noise you hear is my space heater. It is that time of year. As a Florida native and a lover of palm trees, sunshine, and coconuts, I hover around the heater in cold weather. Or fire. I prefer fire. I turned it off to start recording, and I was really cold and uncomfortable, and decided not to sacrifice my comfort for anyone, even if the sound of this humming bothers you, then this message isn't for you. So if you can sit through the humming of my heater to hear the message, or to just share space with me, to spend this time with me in this now, then welcome. Presently, it is November 3rd, 2025. I am in Michigan. I had set this up actually so you could see the leaves were doing some really wild things. It's raining this morning. Clouds, rain, wind, and the fall leaves, the maple leaves, keep smacking my window, which is why I turned the camera around today to give you a little earth show, if it happens on camera. And I don't know, I love it. I love the dancing leaves. That reminds me of a meme I saw somewhere about people think that leaves die when they fall, but when the wind blows, they dance. Let's put this over here. November 3rd, 2020, my grandmother passed away. In this home, I was in Tulsa, Oklahoma. Bella was 3 months old. Jacob was a toddler. I felt her going before she went. I knew what the messages were saying when they were coming in. I remember telling my mom to play opera for her, because my mom was like, I think she's going. My grandma loved opera. I said, play some opera, light some candles, make it joyful. My mom was hurt. I felt her pain and her fear and all of her feelings. My grandmother screamed at her in her dying moments. She wanted to die alone. She wanted to be left alone. And she screamed at my mother to leave her alone so she could just go in peace. That hurt my mom. She still is healing from that feeling of, how could she be so selfish? How could she not know I was there? How could she not want me there? You know, all of those things. These things hurt. I'm not discrediting them because they don't hurt. These things we experience in life hurts. Earth hurts. It hurts. I'm not saying it doesn't. And I'm not being cold to anyone's pain or trauma or condition. It's all very real. Wounds are very, very real. Trauma is real. But it is the understanding that each soul has their own journey, and it's not about you. It's not about you. The only thing that's about you is your path and your healing, your experience, what you've experienced, how you experience it, how you perceive it, how you react to it, and then how you heal from it. and then what you do with that healing. On this channel, those who resonate with me, who walk the path with me, we are in the phase of, what are we doing with the healing? We've been healing. We've been healing. And if you're just healing, you're here because you're just healing, and we've been healing. And you're like, how do I heal? And we're like, what do we do with the healing? Well, what do I do with the healing? I show you how to heal. If you choose to. Your mission impossible as I am possible, if you choose to accept it. If you choose to accept it, is to take the healing and allow and receive the wisdom. The wisdom I speak is through the angles of light that I receive. What can I do with the healing? I can be healed, and in a healed state, create just to create beautiful things full of light codes. That's what I'm doing. So part of today's message being that my mother is healing from hoarding, right? She's healing from hoarding because she's just holding. Everything has a meaning. This was this person's, this was that person's, and there's a story and there's a meaning behind everything she holds on to. And she's been learning to let things go. And here and there, she has sold some things. And abundance is such a mindset. I'm going to break down abundance in such a mindset where we're sitting in this deteriorating, rotting house that there's a price of how much it costs to fix everything, and it goes in the debt mindset because there's still property taxes to be paid, and paycheck to paycheck there's just enough Social Security to pay the bills, and the ones living in the household that do contribute the little bit they contribute, like it goes just like that. They're not even contributing to the incidentals, right? So my child support goes to all the incidentals: paper towels, cleaning supplies, animal food. Like every single thing goes into existing in this space of lack, of not enough, of deterioration. But that is one reality. There's also all of this stuff of value. Like there is antiques, there is artwork, there is so much stuff. Even an old cell phone. We toss our old cell phones to the side and we get a new cell phone, and that piece of metal that's just sitting there collecting space, collecting dust, someone would buy. Even if it's $30, that's a tank of gas for somebody. That's a block, that's a whole pile of firewood from the guy down the corner who sells lots of firewood for $20 or $40. Like that's a heated house, that's a meal. We have people in this world sitting on top of wealth, stuck in a mental prison, in a mindset of lack. So, my mom's going through her process of, she's putting old shoes on Marketplace, and we have the snowblower out for sale, and she's going through, and it's a slow process for her because some days rest is all that's required. When your body is healing, you need to rest. You need to slow down. The world that tells you you need to go, 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 go is part of the agenda. No one needs to go, 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 go. Right? And I have inheriting that little bit of hoarding in my DNA through experience. Even if I didn't come from her womb, I spent enough time in her energy. That is how energy works. That's why people start looking like each other and acting like each other when they become lovers or best friends or, people. We are reptilian of nature. Everyone is a crossbreed. There is no pure blood. one person that is pure anything. We are of the earth, we are of the stars, multi-dimensional beings, many, 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 many different dimensions all existing in this body right now. For me to say I'm an earth angel is not far-fetched, because so are you. 99% of the, like, there's a 99% that you are earth angel. I've gone really down into those rabbit holes and done my starseed DNA and went to finding out my galactic origins, not just my earthly origins, because that thing that you submit your blood to and you pay to find out where on earth you come from, that's a lie too. It even says in their fine print, for entertainment purposes only. And I'm not knocking anybody who's trying to find out who they are, because that's a great place to start. But go deeper. Go deeper. Always, always, always go deeper. Okay? There's so much more. And it's all in here. It's all in here. Your soul has a remembrance. Okay? Just like water has memory. Go into Dr. Emoto and look at water and how much water carries memory. Our cells have water is within our field in our body. There's memory to every lifetime, every experience, every trauma, every pain, every gift, every ability, every remembrance, every knowing. You got it all, okay? You got it all, right? And when you slow down, is how you remember. That's the magic. In meditating, in resting, in turning off the need to do. Okay? In turning all that off and becoming still and slowing down, that is when you start to remember. Okay? And all of the things that seem so important aren't as important as you previously believed them to be, and you get to see really what really is important, and then you can start to put your energy into the things that bring true abundance into your life. So I'm sitting on a house full of art. That's art I've created through the healing process. There's trauma in the art, there's healing in the art, there's betrayal in the art. I have pieces that have stab wounds in them, where I have a person who hates me so much that a part of them, because there's a part of them that doesn't remember the doing, entity attachment, has stabbed my artwork. And I'm gonna put these next couple weeks into creating a means to, there will be a mass purging and shifting. See, these pieces bring me joy. I keep them in my space, I keep them in my home, I keep them around me because they bring me joy, right? But as I've coming into the awareness of how much I've shifted, I don't need them to bring me joy, because I am in joy. Going through the healing process when I feel sad and depressed, and I just miss how I used to just live at the beach. That was my life. I took it for granted when it was my life, and now I'm missing the beach. And I look at a painting I painted with palm trees and a peace sign, Audrey Hepburn. I painted this piece for peace. Peace was the energy coming through. I was pregnant with Bella. I was going through my Metatron. I was going through my level 2 course. I had already graduated level 1 to be an energy worker, to work with Metatron. The dove was symbolism in my life. Audrey was coming through as a guide in my life. The piece was channeled and painted for peace. So when I look at it, it brings me peace. If I'm feeling people in my life that are making me not feel at peace, I can sit down, I can be with this peace, and I can come to peace, you know. But it's time to let it go. It's time to let it go. There's someone else in the world who through this painting will feel that energy of peace. Peace is needed, and it's reciprocal energy. It's keeping the flow flowing. It's keeping currency, you know? And me hoarding that energy, I'm blocking. So it's time to let go. It's time to release. It's time to shift. It's time to shift. But yeah, that was the message. This message is brought to you by the Most High. Love wins. You are love. You are love. And I love you. And thank you for being here. Thank you for sharing space. Thank you for your existence. Thank you for choosing to heal. Thank you for choosing to heal, to be on the path, to actively walk the path. Okay? And just keep your head up. Slow down. I'm going to share a screenshot with you guys. There is a challenge, a November challenge that the admin of our Earth Scouts here, the group, the homeschooling group that we joined, which we are dedicated to being outdoors as part of our curriculum, in nature, connecting, grounding, doing earthly things in earthly bodies as earthly existence. But anyways, she posted a November challenge that she took on from something. I don't know where it came from. I don't know its origin, but I'm sharing this screenshot if anyone is interested in taking the November challenge. Today is November 3rd. We are starting today. November 3rd says, say hello to the sun. If y'all can see what I can see, the sun doesn't want to say hello today. So that being a challenge is going to be a challenge. But I do have between now and sunset to say hello to the sun. But anyways, I love you. Have a blessed and beautiful reality. Slow down. Be present. Love wins.